guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. In this very particular episode, I want to talk about you need to stop being a victim. And where is this coming from? Many years ago, I went to a kind of self-help class, and while we are pushing through our own blockage and etc., the coach at that time told me out of the blue, you need to stop being a victim. As you guys can only imagine, I was offended. Why do I feel offended is I come from a very difficult background, and then I feel like I worked myself so hard to bring me to where I was then, and in every level I thought I was doing pretty good, and etc., to even want to self-help myself, to the point like the coach actually mentioned that to me. And as many of you would probably have the same reaction as me, saying, how dare you? I mean, you don't even know me, and you don't even know who I am. How dare you to say I'm being a victim? So as you would know, as human nature, I, of course, would like to defend for myself. I would like to prove why am I not being victimized. So how's the workout? Good? Okay, I'm on broadcast. So, shoo. Sorry. So anyway, as it go on, as I went back to my house, I still think about the question, the sentence like the coach gave it to me, and I start to think, how does people respond to this kind of comment, right? Because most of the people would, of course, agree to it, or they notice like what's wrong with them, and then therefore want to improve themselves. But I do believe majority of people will find the comment very offended, especially those people who has been working really hard for themselves and being gone through so many things to the point they feel like they literally pour all kind of resource together in order to bring themselves up to a certain level. That's why they are in the self-help class, really, right? So anyway, what I'm saying is, since that day, which is almost decades ago, that sentence been stuck in my head ever since. So whether I agree with the coach or I did not agree with the coach, the sentence is in my head. What did it do to me is, from that point forward, every time I'm dealing with some situation or I'm dealing with some kind of circumstances, that very sentence seems to pop up my head again. Am I being a victim again? Am I creating a story that I can or I'm allowed to be a victim? And thanks to that, many years ago, or many years after that, I start to realize, or I start to agree, maybe the coach is right. Maybe I create circumstances so I can have people pity me, or I can allow myself to be a victim. Does that make sense to you? So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, many of us tend to do this without even knowing. A lot of us tend to fall into some kind of habit without even knowing what we do or how our life come to this point. It seems not working out. Through the consultation, I heard a lot of time people have that feeling they need to sacrifice themselves in order to fulfill other people's need or compromise themselves for others people, because that's how we were brought up to be, right? That you cannot always think about yourself. You need to be selfish. You cannot be selfish. You need to think about others. You need to share with others. You need to give for others before you can receive anything. Due to all this kind of mindset, I realized many of us would tend to think other people before us. And based on that, in any circumstances, we will giving ourselves too much, sacrifice ourselves too much, and indirectly playing a victim role. Does that make sense? So if in this very particular episode, I seriously just want to invite you guys to think about this same question that really startled me decades ago, when people say you need to stop being victim by yourself. You need to stop being a victim. I encourage you to think about this question too, on yourself, and think about, did you get offended as much as I am? Do you feel angry when people say that to you? Do you have all those kind of emotion rise within you and make you have almost the same response as I am? How dare you say that to me? I worked so hard to come to where I am right now. Yes, you may be so. I mean, I did too. But then when you look back at your life, evaluate your life. Is it where you are? Is it where you want it to be? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with your circumstances? If not, think about it. Why are you putting yourself in that very particular circumstances and make yourself into a victim like you hated it so much? And what I'm saying this is, try to apply into your relationship, try to apply into your worst circumstances, try to apply into your friends' circumstances, and then think about, yes, why am I so angry with this? So why am I so sad with this? Why am I feeling so powerless in this kind of situation? Maybe in some way, indirectly, I allow myself to playing a victim role. So I'm not saying it's gonna be a quick change. Anything before change, you have to come to awareness first. Really, if you're not aware that you are even playing such a role, like, people is always taking advantage of me, then ask yourself, why do you allow people to take advantage of you? People is always use me. Then ask yourself, why do I allow myself to be used? People is always doing this to me. Evaluate your life, really. Take some time to evaluate your life and think about, why are those things happening to me? If you really cannot understand why is it happening, really, this is the time that you will spend some time to ask yourself, do you allow yourself to play a victim in this story? There are many stories in your life. There are many chapters in your life. In this very particular chapter, do you somehow, some way allow yourself to play a victim? It can be whatever cause it is. Could be your family background, your cultural background, your country taught you to do this way. But maybe those background is exactly what your soul planned to be in there. Because if those platform is not set, you will not at this point of life try to overcome it, try to make yourself a better person, or try to improve yourself spiritually. So anyway, it's supposed to be a very quick broadcast, but just simply invite you guys to think about this question again. Do you allow yourself to play a victim? Like, do you allow yourself to be a victim? I was kind of shaken when I first got sentenced this. And I did go through my mental journey thinking, how dare you? You don't even know me. Make it easy for you. I'm not even interrogate you. You can ask this question yourself. If you firmly say, no, I'm not, perfect, great. But, if you would like to have a second thought of that, like, am I doing this? Did I do that? If you don't even know the answer, the best way to do it is really just evaluate your life. Just look at your life. Is any circumstances, any relationship, any environment like you actually do not like of yourself? If not, think about what role did you play in that circumstances. Then hopefully you will find the answer for yourself. Okay? So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.